to be a formidable weapon against bio threats of today and tomorrow. The new Silver Solution Gel has been shown to disinfect topically and keep the area sanitized for up to 4 hours. The new Silver Solution is a highly effective, potent nanoparticle solution that is lethal to bacteria, yeast, and viruses. Go to supernaturalsilver.com and see the amazing line of products they have available. Check out the patented new Silver Solution today. Click on the link and check out the uses for new Silver Solution. Order this extra line of defense today by going to supernaturalsilver.com. That's supernaturalsilver.com today. In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of the Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
You already know that drinking pure high alkaline pH water is the most important factor in maintaining high energy and vibrant health. Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline ingredients. Using plasma pH drops is one of the best ways to make your water alkaline, to help you get rid of acid and regain your health and energy. Simply put 10 drops per liter of water you drink to raise the pH to the ultimate level. Alkalizing water helps your body rid itself of acidic waste and increases the oxygen content of your body. Disease organisms like bacteria and cancer cannot survive in an alkaline, high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops now by going directly to AlkaVision.com. That's ALKAVision.com. Or by calling 269-216-9767. 269-216-9767 today.
Here it is, my friends, just out in the last month or so. The newest Daniel Estulin, updated, revised, and expanded North American Union edition. It is a lot thicker. Hundreds of photos, documents available at Infowars.com. We're proud to carry this book in the Infowars.com bookstore video shopping cart. Also, a great companion to it is my film that covers Bilderberg and the New World Order Master Plan, In-Game Blueprint for Global Enslavement. Joining us for the next 25 minutes or so is Daniel Estulin via cell phone from rural Spain. He's got a big press conference coming up Friday. His book being turned into a major motion picture. Very, very exciting by the folks that are putting out Terminator, Salvation, the Philip K. Dick movies, and a lot more. He told me about this 2 years ago, and I kept it in confidence. If anybody else would have told me something like that, I would have thought they were making it up. But Daniel's always been such a great source of info that I believed him. Then I talked to some folks I knew in Hollywood that separately have worked with the Philip K. Dick estate with his daughters and confirmed that they knew the Halcyon Group and what they were doing. So that was very, very exciting. So he's here to talk about that as well. But first, the hit piece, and that's what Bloomberg's reporting. They're very excited. The New York Times likes it. The establishment loves this new film, The New World Order. They think it makes us all look like a bunch of idiots. Daniel Estulin was interviewed for this film, but wasn't in the film. And I think he wasn't in the film because following him around for 2 years, they couldn't find anything to make him fit into their stereotypical conspiracy theorist box. They did find that following me around for 2 years, but in the end, it's just going to backfire on them. Daniel Estulin, great to have you here with us.
Thanks for having me on the show, Alex. Well, absolutely. The people from the Steeping Productions, again, it's not that they made us look like idiots. They make us look like crazies. And that's exactly what I was talking about a few days on one of the radio or television shows from England. You know, I'm tired of seeing time and again how people who are fighting this thing and should know better actually, you know, fall for this, you know, same trick each and every time. Now, these people, you know, Luke and whatever the other character's name, they followed me around for a year and a half while we were in the United States promoting my book, The True Story, The Bilderberg Group, from New York to Portland, I think to Eugene, and I can't remember if they went with us to California or not, but they certainly went from East Coast to the West Coast. And certainly they obviously didn't have anything, you know, worthy of making me look like an idiot or a crazy, so they decided to take it out. What doesn't make any sense, and again, you know these are the people with some very dark, sinister objectives, whatever they may be, but they certainly haven't done us any favors, because again, talking to the people who understand, who are part of the establishment, they're all basically saying, shaking their heads, you know, this documentary, the C-Think Productions New World Order, has taken us, you know, not a couple of steps back, but way, way back in this fight, because again, you cannot wear a toilet seat around your neck or a G-string around your head while you scream the government did it from a corner of a major intersection in New York City and be taken seriously by anybody who's a normal Joe. And I think that's the objective. The objective is not to talk to each other, as so many people do on all these, you know, chats and forums, but actually go out and try to convince normal 9-to-5 working people who go to work, who come home, who watch television, play golf on the weekends, play cards with friends, do barbecues, that the New World Order exists. And the only way to do this is not to wear toilet seats or G-strings, but actually make sense and not talk crazy.
Well, absolutely. You know, the issue here, the way Bloomberg and the LA Times and the New York Times are going after me on this is by association. And then they also, I had Bilderberg security walk up to me in the bar the night before it closed in Chantilly, and they said, people pull fire alarms, they go to prison. They try to steal vases. And Rob Jacobson was my witness. He's with me. And we go, what are you talking about, pull fire alarms? We go upstairs. The door closes. Right as I go on a radio show, the fire alarm goes off. Then I go downstairs, and the head of security walks up and says, I'm going to F you up, Jones. And all of this happens. And then the way the movie makes it look, I'm crazy. I think a fire alarm is for me, and that's what I mean, I can't help, Daniel, when the media just lies, and you know, when Bloomberg says I'm imagining fire alarms, I mean, the news is saying I'm imagining cars following us that followed us off Bilderberg. I mean, I had guys walking up to me at my hotel saying, let's go attack the State Department together, and they were big FBI agents, and you know, so you know, we're in reality, which looks kooky to people. And then the mainline public's so dumbed down, it looks, yeah, I mean, it can be made to look crazy. And they stick the one guy in there from England or Ireland who thinks he has a chip in his head. You know, that's the production company's issue. I mean, I guess I could turn down all interviews in the future, or you could, and I actually am turning down a lot of interviews. I mean, how do you handle that, Daniel?
Well, you know, I'm going to give you an example. One of the things that New York Times and the Washington Post of this world have never done to come anywhere near me or touch me, because they know anything they throw at me, I can actually, you know, deflect it and win any argument against them. You know, not very long ago, I found one of the chats and one of the other websites, people talking about, you know, the need for creating a universal language. And it kind of a thought occurred to me, you know, do people actually understand that, you know, part of H.G. Wells's ultimate revolution was, in fact, the elimination of all national languages in favor of what he called basic English, which had a vocabulary, or would have had a vocabulary of only 850 words. Now, if you ask people for, as an example, if people who are listening to the show, and you can explain it to others, because, again, you cannot say government did it wearing a toilet seat around your neck. You have to explain to people who, why, what, and where. That's the only way we can actually get them on our side, because the only thing we can do is get people to listen. So, for example, if I have a couple of minutes, I'd like to give you an example of what I'm talking about.
All right, I want you to do that, but then in the time we have limited, I want to get into your new book, the work you're doing. You haven't been hot.
I'll have 2 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, you know, as you know, we talked about this before. What's today called the Bilderberg Group, about 600-700 years ago, had another name. It was called the Venetian Black Nobility. Now, these people who are today the Bilderbergers, they know that ideas are more powerful weapon than guns, than fleets, and bombs. Now, in order to secure acceptance for their imperial ideas, the Venetian nobility seeks to control the way people think. We know that. If you can control the way people think, say the Venetians, you can control the way they respond to events, no matter what those events may be. So if we can do the same and get people actually, to think the way we want them to think, we can win. For example, we're talking about languages. In the early part of the 1200s, Italian language didn't exist. It was born with a man by the name of Dante Alighieri, who was of course, the writer, the great genius behind the Divine Comedy, who refined the canto form of poetry. Now, his follower, Francesco Petrarca, sought to advance